Hello, welcome to a quick tutorial on how to create site plan information for a block in the BCTS LRM base environment. This is intended to help you get a sense of the workflow. This is not how it will be for production. There's lots of adjustments and configuration changes that will happen between now and then, but this is a basic outline of the steps. What we're going to do for today is follow the workflows from the silviculture team's workflow list, and we're going to be focusing on workflow number 1.21, which is create a site plan, and we'll go through it to create the site plan itself, create the ecology units, create the standard units. And we're going to stop before the silviculture regime today, but this will give us a sense of kind of what's happening. So to get started, we need to make sure we're in the silviculture module, and we found our particular timber mark that we want to create our block in. In this case, we're going to start from here, and I'm going to start all the way from creating a block just to give us a quick sense of how to do the whole shebang here. So I'm going to give our block an ID and save it, and I'm going to go ahead and create a shape for our block just to get started. So we're going to pick a rather arbitrary spot, but create a little block over here. So to create our block, today I'm just going to do a heads-up editing. And that'll give us something to start with. So I'll choose my little pencil. And we'll make a Pac-Man style block. And we'll validate it, and then we'll save it. Okay. So we've now got a block shape in the system, a block record. So let's go through the elements of the site plan. So first thing we need to look at is in the block screen itself, there's going to be a few attributes that are shown on the site plan. I'm just going to pick a few here. The operating area and the opening number, if I had it, would be filled in here. Additional information would be filled in on the details tab. These tabs, information down here describing what our previous stand was, so stand type. We'll make some choices here, maybe not good choices, but we'll make some choices nonetheless, and fill these in. Okay, so those are the start of our SP, so they're up at the block level. So now what we're going to do is, in our block, we're going to right click and we're going to create a new, whoops, I'm going to get back into our silviculture module. And in our silviculture module, we're going to right click and create an SP tenure. Okay. So that will give us something to work with. And at the same time, I'm going to create a new ecology unit. Okay, so this block is going to be pretty simple. It's going to have a single ecology unit. So we'll go ahead and create that right now. So this is our ecology unit screen. I'm not going to go through all the attributes in this example, but we'll get started. And I'll go ahead and create my ecology unit shape. Now, the ecology unit shape in this case is just going to cover the entire block. So I'm going to do it nice and quick by doing a link, basically, which copies the block shape into my ecology unit. Okay. So to do that, I identify my block as the source. And when I move my mouse over, it'll highlight, and it tells me that's done. So copy that, confirm it, stop my editing, and now my ecology unit has a shape, and we can use that. If I go to a different block here for just an example, you can see that when I come back to my newly created ecology unit shape, we're in business. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the SP tenure. And you'll see that error message. Initially, that'll go away for our final production. So let's take a look at our SP tenure. So this is what we start off with. We've got some header records where we can fill in some information, and that gets us started. And down below we have a few child tabs that we can put in information around strategies, objectives, stocking requirements, comments, and the admin tab in terms of who prepared the site plan and any amendments on it. So this is all done here. Our attachment screen is in here, so this is where we store attachments to the SP. Next step for us is, once we've reviewed and entered all that information, is to create our standard units and our SP systems. So I'm going to do our SP systems first here in this example. And so I'm going to choose clear cut today and single layer. So that's done. And then we will come in and create our standard units. And again, this is going to be a super simple example. I'm just going to create a single standard unit for the block, and it'll cover the entire area. So we'll go through that. The standard unit information is pretty straightforward. It's similar to, well, exactly the same as what you're used to in resources. We've got our fields up top, and then we've got a few child tabs down below to describe information about it, including our subsystem that we just filled in. So we can put that in and put a comment about it in the standard unit. Okay. Once we've finished off our attribute editing for the standard unit, we can create our shape for the standard unit, and we'll use the same technique we did for the ecology unit, just to do a very quick job of editing and copying the block shape over to the standard unit. So we're in standard unit, started editing, confirmed my standard unit is here. Just take a quick look to make sure it's got no shape already, as I expect. And then I'll set my link layer to cut block shape already there, and use my link tool. You see when I move my mouse over it, it selects it. So this is the easiest way to get started when you're practicing things. So not necessarily something you're going to use all the time in production, but there are some blocks that fall into this that it's a nice quick way to copy shapes around. Okay, so we've now saved our standard unit shape, and we are finished roughly the entry of an SP. So we've reviewed our block, created a block in this case, created our ecology unit. We've created our SP tenure, looked at our self-systems, and created a standard unit. So that's a quick look at it. We'll go into more depth in future demos, but that should give you a sense of how the process works. Thank you very much.